Alright, so we created structure of project, and as we said in previous lecture, we need to start working on banner. Actually, before we do that, I think it will be better if we hide those two navigations for a while. I'm going to do that using HTML attribute called hidden. So let's assign it to both nav elements. Okay, so as you see, they are hidden. Let's go ahead and open style.css file. First of all, as usually, let's get rid of default margin and padding for all elements. Select them using asterisk and set margin and padding as 0. Then I'm going to set font family for container. Let's select it. Then write font family. In this case, I'm going to use Montserrat sans serif. So it means that all the elements inside container will inherit this font. Alright, next we have to start working on banner. Let's select this element. Define its width and height. As a width, let's use 100%. And then set height as 100% of viewport. Okay, so for banner, we're going to have full screen image as a background. For that, let's write background. Then in URL, let's insert path of image. Select image called banner bg.jpg. Then define position as a center. And also use no repeat. Next thing regarding banner is to use background size cover. Alright, so we have here full screen image as a background. It's looking good, but in order to make it better, I'm going to use linear gradient. Let's insert here black colors with different opacities. Write RGBA 0, 0, 0, opacity 0.7. And then again RGBA 0, 0, 0, 0.8. Alright, so now it looks much better. And we have to move on and start styling at first logo, and then we should work on menu icon. In this lecture, we will create just its design. As for its functionality, we will take care of that later. So let's select logo. First of all, define height and width. Make both of them 80 pixels. So as you see, size of image is still the same. It hasn't been decreased because we need to define width of image as 100%. In that case, it will inherit width of its parent element. So let's select image, write logo img, and set its width as 100%. So now the problem is fixed, size of image is decreased. Alright, now we need to take care of position of logo. I'm going to use position fixed. We are using it because position fixed allows us to maintain logo at the same place while we scroll the page. Let's move image a little bit down from top edge and also to the right side. For that, write top with the value 20 pixels and left, let's set it as 50 pixels. Alright, so for now we are done with logo. Let's move on and work on menu icon. For now it's not visible because it's created using empty div elements, and without content they are not visible. Let's select div element which has class name Hamburger menu. At first define its width and height. Set width as 35 pixels. As for height, write 30 pixels. And in order to make element visible, let's define its background color for a while. Use white color. Then, like logo, define its position as fixed as well. We're going to place icon at the top right corner of page. So let's define top and right positions in the following way. As a top position, write 40 pixels. As for right, 50 pixels. So here we have menu icon. For now it's not looking as a menu icon, but we will take care of that soon. Let's go ahead and create lines, select them using common class line. Let's define width and height. For lines we need width equal to their parent element's width, I mean 35 pixels. So instead of defining it manually, we can use here value called inherit. As for height, let's set it as 5 pixels. And then change background color. I'm going to use here color 16C3CF. So as you see, we have here lines, but they are stick to each other. We have to create some space between them, and also we need to get rid of that temporal white background color. So in order to create space between lines, I'm going to use flexbox. Let's make hamburger menu flex container. We need lines to be placed vertically in a column, so let's define flex direction as column. And for creating space between lines, use justify content, space between. And lastly, change cursor type, make it pointer. Alright, so here we have our lines, and actually icon is looking already good. I want to make them a little bit rounded, and also I think it will be nice if we decrease slightly height of second line. So let's write here border radius with the value 25 pixels. Then select second line using class name line2 and set its height as 3 pixels. So now you see that icon is looking much better. Alright, before we finish this lecture, I'm going to align button perfectly in the center of banner. So let's select its parent element, which is btn wrapper. Then define its position as absolute. And as you know, for perfect centering, we need top position 50%, then left 50% as well, and transform with translate and with the values minus 50% and again minus 50%. Alright, so button is placed in the center. Let's stop here and move on to the next lecture, in which we will style and transform this button into 3D element. Let's go ahead.